All right, I think we're live.
All right, cool.
Hello, everybody. Jonathan Bobrow here, creator of Blinks, and welcome back to another one of our lunchtime live streams. Today I'm on with fellow game designer, Jonathan West. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey there.
And so Jonathan West is joining us today as I wanted to share something really cool that he had posted to the forum, but specifically for Blinks havers, those of you with the expansion set or the combo, Jonathan created something that is a game that allows you to use your existing Blinks set to play a new game that I just really love. And let me see if I can, there we go, I set it to gallery view, switching back and forth. And so, Jonathan, what's the name of this game?
Well, I opted to call it Topplestones. It's meant to be a play on cobblestones. My wife and I came up with it, and we'd been kicking names back and forth for like an hour or so before we landed on one we both liked. So, Topplestones it is.
And so I feel like at the Move 38 office, we've played around with a number of different stacking ways of stacking Blinks, but I've actually never seen anybody make a game like this. And it's, once again, super elegant and simple and a ton of fun. So I figured what I'd do is I'd set up Topplestones, and you can walk me through how to play, and anybody who's watching at home can take out their Blinks, and if you have the widget Blink, you can play along with. And I wonder if you could use another, it just works so nicely with the widget Blink, so. But yeah, you could experiment even without it.
Absolutely, I'd pull my Blinks out, but I'm at the workplace today, so I don't have anything on me at the moment.
I see you're also appropriately wearing your mask.
Yeah.
Which I'm just going to assume the whole time you're just smiling. So.
that's a fair guess.
Fair assumption. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to set this here while I switch views. Let's see. Oh, actually, while I get my Blinks out, I wanted to also share with everybody. So on Tuesday, we live streamed from the Move 38 office, and we were packing all of the summer games, the 2020 summer games. And so let me see, I'm gonna stop video there. Cool. So we were packing all the 2020 summer games, of which one of your creations, Dynamo, is part of. And for those of you who didn't get to catch that on Tuesday, I just wanted to share because that kind of came back with me. So these are headed to USPS in about 30 minutes. And so we've got all of the 2020 summer games, and they come in a nice little package. And inside of there, and we've got a lot of them over here. So inside of them, we've got, let's see, a little note, just a thank you and an introduction to who these games are made by. And all three of the games, if you ordered all three, packed into this little holographic bag, and everybody's also getting a holographic 2020 sticker, which I've already got on my travel case. And so let's see, now that I'm all set up,
they're looking really good. Forward to getting them.
Stones. Let me see if I can get a nice top view here. See. Start video. Flip it around. Mostly this live stream is me figuring out how to use live stream.
That's fine.
Okay, here we go. So I think we're all set up. So I've got my blinks, and Jonathan, you can, let's see. Oh, here, let me grab my, oh yeah, this is my expansion. Here's my core. So I'm gonna load up widgets, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. How many people do you play Topplestone with?
Well, you can play with pretty much any from one to, as many people want to take turns on it. My wife and I had a lot of fun playing it with just the two of us with, well, we only have 6 blinks at the moment, but just playing it with 2 people with 6 seems to work pretty well. But, the more blinks you have, the more people you can add. And, you essentially go around in a circle, keep stacking them until it falls over.
The 6 blinks that you have, did you start with an expansion, or did you start with the core?
I actually started with the blanks. I backed the dev kit way back when the original Kickstarter was coming up, and I got my 6 blanks along with the 1 additional for programming, and then the programmer's kit.
Perfect.
I ordered the core set though. I've just been playing everything through the source code on GitHub.
Awesome. I love that. So we've got widgets loaded up, and so in widgets, the way you change. So we're on dice right now, so we could roll dice, and maybe actually I'll throw out the idea of an advanced Topplestones here. But so for Topplestones, we use coin flip, right?
Yes, sir.
So I hold it down and I switch. So first switch is to spinner. Okay, there we go. So we've got coin flip. So how do I play Topplestones?
Well, we figured out that there's 2 different ways to play it. One is a little bit more casual, and the other one's a little bit more strategic. We had a lot of fun with the casual way though, so I'll share that one first. So you've already got all of your widget blinks all grouped together, I see, and you've got your coin flip widget set up. So the way you would play it is that you would take 1 blink out of this group, 1 at a time, and you would flip it after you pulled it. So you press the button to flip the coin. And depending on what side the coin lands on is how you stack the blink. So I believe, if I might get this backwards because it's been a few days, but I believe gold means you lay it flat, silver you lay it on its edge.
Okay. So 1 by 1, I'm going to take 1 and I flip it. And then, okay, so silver. So I have to place it up like that on its edge.
Yep, exactly. And then the next player would theoretically take the next one and do the same thing and just stack it on top of the previous blink, either flat or.
So this one goes flat. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting.
It gets a little
weird with what just happened. So what just happened? Do you see what I'm able to do here?
Yep. It gets a little funky with the magnets when you flat, and that makes it. That adds kind of a fun twist to it.
Cool. So I'm gonna see how I do here. So I've got 12 blinks here. I'm gonna try and play with 12, and I'm just gonna play a solo game. And so each one I pick, and then okay. And do you have a rule on whether it has to be face up or face down?
It looks prettier if it's face up. That's the only real rule there. It doesn't really matter otherwise. Or at least I should say, I don't know if there's any real difference in the gameplay if you do it face up or face down. We've just always done it face up.
Oh, wow. This is going to be tricky. I feel like 6 is going to be, I'm at 4 right now. And I realize I should raise this up a little bit. Let me see if I can do that. All right, let's do this. So we're going to go ahead and raise this up onto some board games. So this is actually just going to make it way trickier. Let's see. I'm close here. Okay.
For an advanced mode as well, right?
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. So have to stack this one vertically. Do you play a lot of Jenga?
I did during like college and high school. I had a friend who had a set that we played pretty frequently and had a lot of fun with it.
I remember in college, a friend of mine who had, I don't know, a whole bunch of woodworking stuff, cut up a whole bunch of 2x4s to make some big Jenga, which is terrifying.
Yeah, it's that one. Well, I don't know how big of the Jenga you were playing, but I have played Jenga where the towers go up to like 6 or 7 feet tall. That's a lot of fun.
I wasn't that good. I think I got it to about 4 feet up and it came tumbling down. And oh, okay. So this is gonna get. Oh,
there you go.
So that was my 6th, wasn't it? Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't counting. I should have been.
So I've got 6 here. So that was 6. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get. I feel like I can get 8.
I feel like you could too. We were trying to iron out some of the house rules too. Like when we were playing when my wife would go to stack a vertical one, she would use her other hand to like balance the rest of the tower, and we'd argue about like, no, you can't do that.
Right, one-handed or two-handed. It's kind of like in Jenga. Are you allowed to stabilize the tower while you poke it? Like that seems like cheating.
Well, seems like it, but just everybody needs to be in agreement as to what cheating actually qualifies as, I guess.
That's a good point. First rule of any game: make sure you agree on the rules. That's okay. So I start with a flat one. I'll go face up, but I feel like it might be a little advantageous to flip. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I could get real lucky and just be sandwiching these. Speaking of lucky, at the end of our live stream today, we're going to be raffling on the next core set of blinks. Congratulations to our previous winners. I believe those have shipped out. We've gotten some really nice photos of people playing their new blink sets. All right. Oh, I feel like these silver ones are the trickiest.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. If you can get to 8, I'll share with you the other mode that we found to play, which is a little bit more competitive.
Okay. I have to get to 8 to do it? All right. I feel this is not off to a good start, Jonathan.
I bet.
That's not gonna happen. I'm fudging it a little bit here.
I think that's reasonable. I think that's reasonable. You're getting there.
Okay. Fingers crossed here.
What are we at?
We're at. I've only got 5 so far. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good.
There you go. Oh, good try.
I breathed on it. Okay.
I'll still share the other method anyway.
I like your encouragement though. It made me feel like I had a specific goal here.
Oh, you got unlucky. You got a full streak of silver. That just gets harder and harder as you go on.
So what's extreme mode?
So, I guess I never considered it extreme mode, but so essentially you start over, you put all the blinks into one group again. And this one is definitely meant for 2 or more players. And you flip them all together. I think if you press the button on one of them, it flips all of the blinks at the same time. Yeah, just like that. And so now you work similarly. You take turns going back and forth, but you pick one from the pile. So you choose whether you lay a gold or a silver.
Got it.
And the goal kind of becomes the goal is kind of to be the last person to not knock the tower over. So if you play with 2 players, you're trying to get the other person to knock the tower over, or if you go in a group, you could knock people out of a round and then start over and try to rebuild the tower again.
I like that a lot. So I might be second player here, and while it's easy for me to stack this, I want to make it tougher for you. However,
Exactly.
yeah, okay, super cool. So in this case, one player mode here, I would just choose the easiest way and see if I could stack all of them, which might be, I think, for a solitaire game. Let's see. If I load them all up and I go ahead and flip my coins. Actually, what do you say? Skip my stones?
There you go. Skip the stones. It's not a bad one.
You skip your stones.
I'll
and
add
now,
that to the instruction book.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like I could alternate. I could choose what I think is maybe the easiest way to do this, which I'm gonna go with the old. In physics class, did you ever have to do the balance a broomstick? Which
I never did that.
So
I was trying to find paper homework for pretty much most of my physics.
So I think in learning about center of gravity, I feel like this was a thing where you'd take a broomstick and you'd try and balance it on a hand. And if you try and balance it with the broom bristles on the bottom, it's significantly more difficult than with the bristles at the top. I don't know if it makes the point perfectly, but really it's because all the weight being at the bottom or all the weight being at the top.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
And so here my thought is that I'm actually going to cover my mouth so I don't breathe on it. My thought here was if I get the gold ones up at the top, I might be able to have a little bit more of a balanced structure. I'm feeling pretty good about this, but I don't think it's going to go much longer.
You're doing pretty good so far.
Oh, this is feeling real.
Oh.
Awesome.
Good try. Now, I'm a little curious. When you were getting set up, I think you had the dice roll widget out, and you said you had an idea for an extreme mode, right?
So I had an idea for extreme mode. Here, I'll shift this aside, and let's try this out. I'm actually gonna, for sake of, because I have them here, I'm gonna break out the 6 community set ones, and I'll load up widgets again, so that's just on all of them. So my thinking behind this was, in Topplestones, you're using the coins 2 options for flat or vertical. But I thought, okay, maybe with the dice, you have a couple of other options. So my thought was maybe on flat, you have to attach laterally.
Oh, okay.
So like option 1 could be vertical, option 2 could be flat, option 3 could be like attach, so like side to side.
That's worth playing around with.
Okay, so we've got our dice. Let's see.
I do have to share the I think what actually sparked the idea for this originally, the whole idea of doing trying to come up with a stacking game like this, is actually Jacob. Jacob shared a game on the forums that was the gravity game, where you stack the blinks upward, and it's essentially, he made a marble maze that drops down and can tell which way gravity is. And I love the way that he made use of stacking the blinks in that manner. I think the instructions even say to use the sushi roll case as the base to help give it more stability. So
that's right. There's a
tip if you want to soften the difficulty a little bit, you can use the sushi roll case.
Kind of start. That's right. Even just starting with the sushi roll case down gives it a magnetic base for you to start on.
Yeah.
So
I actually help get higher powers.
Interesting. Yeah, that actually really improves. It makes the silver coins a lot less daunting, in my opinion. Like this is already. But I feel like I can go higher just with this alone.
Maybe that's a little too easy then. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it some when I get home from work.
Not too easy.
All right. Still good enough.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Or I'm going to throw one more thing out, which is the dice also give you faces with which you could connect conceivably. So you could say that, or you could weight it so that 1 through 4 are flat and 5 and 6 are stacked. I don't know. There's a lot of options here, but I love the simplicity of the coins and the skipping stones and yeah.
Going in the other direction, you can even just roll the dice to determine how many you need to stack on your turn if you have a larger amount of blinks.
That's super cool.
That's what I love about working with things like widgets, is that there's so much flexibility and so many new things you can come up with.
Yeah, I feel like at one point Ishmael was just like, I mean, widgets is, we should just put on the box like 100 games in one. Like, there's so many possibilities there. Yeah, I feel like, and actually this is from the beginning, like I wanted it so that when you switch which widget it is, it convinces all of the ones together to be that next option. But to your point, you could just leave one of them as a die, and then flip the other into coins, and then roll your dice to know how many coins you need to pull.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna switch over at this point. I'm gonna find our spreadsheet for the raffle, and let's see. I'm getting a note here real quickly. Oh, okay, perfect. Let's see, survey results. Cool. Find our spreadsheet for the raffle. Oh, whoops. Let's see. I'm close. Sucks. Okay. And Jonathan, while I'm finding the raffle results here, tell me, I didn't even ask, I think I just kind of went into it with Topplestones, but, what was you mentioned that Jacob's game was an inspiration for a stacking game. Yeah, how did you think to come out, like pull widgets out, or what was that process?
Well, I have to give my wife a lot of credit, because she's a really great person to bounce ideas off of. Anytime something comes to mind, I'll just sit and talk with. It's like, all right, I got a blinks idea, and she'll roll her eyes and sigh. It's like, all right, what is it this time? But yeah, I mean, we just kind of bounce back and forth the idea of, I forget where this idea of stacking them in certain arrangements originally came from, but it wasn't even a widget game idea yet. It was kind of like, okay, so what if we coded it to randomize to be either like blue or purple, and then blue you lay on this side. It's like, wait a minute, there's already something that does this. Just use the coin flip and just write paper rules for it. And yeah, and that was that was really cool because I've kind of been, I don't know if advocate is the right word, but I've kind of been bugging people in the chat to say like, hey guys, come up with mods for these games because they're all open source. You can do whatever the heck you want with them and share them on the forums. And I mean, I don't know if Topplestones is the first one, but I haven't really seen that many on the forums yet. So I kind of wanted to spend a little bit more time, especially after this, actually diving into like Astro, or even just coming back to Dynamo and coming up with forks of the code with modifications to make kind of new games or just fun spins on them. So,
that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, so I'm rolling the dice. Let's see, we've got lots of entries this week, lots of shares. So thanks to everybody for sharing. Some new faces also, or new names I see on the list. Wow, okay, awesome. I'm almost set up on this. So close. Let's see. Need to delete that row. My spreadsheeting skills are really top notch at this point.
That's not a problem.
Let's see.
Got a bunch of birds around, so might get a little bit of audio interference here.
It's a good thing Ernie just went out the door, because otherwise Ernie might.
Hang on.
Let's see. Okay. Try this one more time.
There we go. I'm sitting right under the campus bell tower, so I didn't want it to blow everybody's eardrums out.
The bells are signaling that it's time for the raffle, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I go to Google. Let's get that random number generator. We've got some high probability folks here. A big shout out to Jeff Danshaw, and let's see, also probably Carter. I wonder if that's the handle.
Probably.
Let's see, number picker, random number generator, perfect. Setting my max. There we go. All right. Winning roll. 12 happens to go to, not a huge surprise here, Jeff Danshaw.
Hey,
15 shares. Congratulations, Jeff. Awesome. We're going to be sending you a core set of links, and we'll reach out to you. It looks like you shared on Facebook, so we'll reach out to you there and get your shipping address. And of course, Jonathan, you want to help me with the exit here? If you haven't subscribed to the live stream, do so below.
Hit the bell, smash that like button. I don't know how it works, but there's buttons down there somewhere you can press.
Perfect.
Just not thumbs down one, please.
And of course, if you don't have blinks, you can find them at move38.com, and you can always enter to win free ones. We're raffling them off, so share them on social media. And if you come up with a game, if you come up with a game like Jonathan West here, where you use widgets to make a game, share it with us, share it on our forum. We'll definitely love to play it. And thanks again, Jonathan, for sharing this game. I'm definitely going to be playing with Jamie. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's super inspiring for the community. So looking forward to having you on again sometime soon, and keep all the amazing ideas coming.
All right, I'll keep trying.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining the stream, and we'll see you next week on our Thursday live stream. Oh, and if you're waiting to find out about the sushi roll challenge, you're probably on the edge of your seat for this. There's a video going live on Tuesday. It's going to be a compilation of all the great entries. And so we'll be revealing the winner of the sushi roll challenge Tuesday of next week. So looking forward to everybody checking out that video and announcing that winner. All right. And now I'm gonna find my window with the live stream on it. Oh man, so close. Let's see. I should have prepared some jokes for a finale. Jonathan, what do you have to share? Anything to?
No, not when I'm on the spot like this. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
A fish.
Easy, easy. Should have been there. Should have been there. All right. I found it. Signing off. Thanks to everybody for joining, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Cool.